Intros. It's really fun to kind of just play around with some chords for an intro. Sometimes it's really kind of hard to know like what people are thinking about when they're playing around like arpeggios, or what chords they're thinking of, or like what in the world are all those notes, weirdness, like real riffs. How do you organize an intro for yourself? So that's what we're going to talk about today. One of my favorite players is actually an electric player, Eric Gales. And he is just absolutely amazing, and he has some of the best chords I've ever heard. He's really, really great with putting these intros together and getting cool chords together and things like that. So we're going to watch his video, we're going to watch his intro. I'm going to teach you a little bit about how he's playing that. After the intro, I'll kind of just show you some of the main riffs that he's doing. And so let's have some fun and check it out. Okay. So I've got my electric and tuned down to E flat here. We're gonna watch him play this intro once, and then I'm gonna rewind it and we'll show you all the parts kind of one by one. Now, one thing, if you haven't noticed already, he plays upside down. His guitar is stringed upside down. He's literally just playing an upside down guitar. So his fat strings are on the bottom. So that's another reason why it's kind of hard to see these chords. And this might be really helpful for some of you guys that can't see it visually with your eye, because these, his grips are really, really weird. So I'm gonna help you guys out with that. So, also, his bass player is upside down also, which is really weird to find two people that do that. But. Cool. This is a really cool groove. We're going to come back to that after we check out this intro. Okay, so main ideas here. What is he thinking? What kind of chords is he playing? Like, what is he going through here? So what I think that he's thinking mostly is basically kind of like a blues in E minor, even though the blues that's coming up is actually in like E dominant 7 or E kind of more blues. This is more of a minor feel for the intro. So when you have an E minor blues, your basic three chords are going to be E minor, B7, and then maybe A minor as well. Now, a lot of times also in minor blues, approaching that B7, people will approach it from one half step up. So we have this C9 going to this B9 here, and that resolves back to the regular E minor. It comes from like The Thrill Is Gone is a progression that does that, where you did that kind of sliding down to the 5 chord from one half step up. So that's kind of what he's thinking. So let me kind of show you some of the chords that he's actually doing. I'll play it back from the beginning, and then we'll stop it and kind of go through kind of lick by lick kind of what he's doing here. So let's back it up. All right, so right at the beginning here, okay, he's just playing over kind of an E minor. Okay, so what is he doing? He's kind of holding this little shape here. So that open B string, or sorry, open G string. So 5th fret on D, open G, 3rd fret on the B. Right there, what he just played, let me stop it here, is he plays just basically kind of a phrase in E minor. So this is, that's the first 5 notes of E minor. Okay, and he starts that off with this kind of shape. That's what's coming up next. Let's watch him do that. Okay, and then some diminished phrases. I'm going to back it up a little bit just to that first phrase that he's doing. A little E minor phrase. Okay, So for you guys, if you're writing a phrase, think of the key that you're in and then just play some of those notes that are in that scale. Okay, now why does he go to this note? This is called a secondary dominant going to B7. So it's basically the dominant 7 chord that's located a fifth below where we're going. Fourth below, going a fifth up. So going from here to there. So basically like 2nd fret here, dominant 7. Okay, and then he's adding some tension by adding these open strings on the top. Okay, kind of playing an arpeggio. Then he goes to this C9 and then slides it down to this kind of like B sharp 9 flat 13 chord, which is a chord that he plays a lot. He really likes that. High tension resolves nicely back to like an E minor phrase. So let's watch him do that. Okay, that was a new part there. Let me back it up to what we just talked about. There's that phrase. There's those 2 chords we just talked about. Okay, there's what he's doing, a little diminished passing. And then he does this phrase. This is kind of like a sus chord that he'll play over an E. So it's kind of like the way that I kind of approach it, that if I'm playing on the acoustic, I'll slide that in. 5th fret to 7th fret and back. Okay. Let's keep going. So here's its first variation. So this time he's going to that 2nd chord, A minor, okay, which is the 4 chord in the key of E minor, okay? And what he likes to do these phrases where he's basically taking the A minor and the relative major, which is C, okay? And he's playing around with those 2 kind of chord shapes. So he's going like A minor and then kind of the C major 7, kind of like hammering on his pinky, like that. Now what he also does is he does a little walk up. So he does A minor, B minor 7 to that C. Okay, let's check that out one more time. There's that C major 7, A minor, walking up to B minor 7, walking back to C major 7. Another one of those diminished passings. Same idea here. This time he's going up to that C, and then he likes to go back to the B7. There's that. Diminished passing. And there's a little augmented chord right at the end. There's a little B augmented, or you play it like down here like that. Now that's basic intro. So when you're thinking about this stuff, just basically think about playing chords and phrases, kind of using some of those same shapes. Now instead of those, you could also play that up here, like kind of like a C6, C6 9, even add that 9. And then sliding that whole chord down to have this kind of B7 sharp 9. And that resolves really nicely to the E minor phrase, okay? So, he's thinking E minor, A minor, and, B7. And then with the B7, sometimes he's sliding in the C7 to a B7 and then resolving that back to E minor. So when you're doing this, guys, just do the same thing. Just play around with chords and arpeggios on those same things, and then mostly just kind of like add like little riffs as kind of like in-betweens. Most of the time he's playing arpeggios, just like really kind of very colored chords and things like that. Okay, now let's watch the rest of this now. I'm going to teach you kind of a little bit here and there of kind of like the riffs he's doing, but mostly let's just kind of watch the rest of it. This whole video is mostly just going to be about the chords and how to kind of do an intro phrase like Eric Gales does. So let's check it out. Here comes the real song. So he's basically just kind of doing this phrase. And like kind of little variations on that. Okay, and he does like hybrid picking. Remember, his guitar is stringed upside down. So when he's picking, hybrid picking with these strings here, he's actually playing, you know, his low strings. It's really disorienting trying to watch him and follow it along. So you really just got to use your ears on these riffs. And he's, you know, amazing player, like a really big shred type guy. So let's just watch the rest of that and let's just enjoy his playing here. Okay, there it goes. Okay, he's going to the 4 chord here. So this is the 4 chord here. Let me just kind of show you real quick. The 4 chord is A7, right? In the key of E or E7. So instead of playing just a regular A7, like, you know, like a bar chord or like this one that you know, he's walking it up like this. And he's playing basically A7 over C sharp. So this is a really cool kind of shape. He's also adding the 9th in there, the B, open B string. So that's a cool shape. It's really easy to play, just 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then he adds some tension and stuff like that. Let's keep watching. Chord again. Sometimes he's hitting that E7 up here, E7 sharp 9. Kind of playing in this first position and the 12th up here, the first kind of box. So cool. Like repeating phrases he does like that, where he's kind of playing the top part of the box. And he just repeats it over and over again. I'm not even going to try to do it because he's, you know, so much better and so much faster than me that I can do it. But it's just so fun to watch him do that. That's really, really cool. That's just kind of that top part of the box. And some vibrato. Doing that same thing again. Shred, yeah. Back to that 4 chord again. A7 or A7 over C sharp. Back to the main riff. It kind of resolves this chord we talked about from the beginning. Sounds like he's sliding in a sliding into that E up there, that position. String noise there. Our 4 chord. Kind of like an outro, right? It's gonna do like a shred outro. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Nice. Very cool. All right. All right. So I had a lot of fun watching that. This is a really cool video. I love Eric Gales. He's such an amazing player. So if you don't know much about him, check out his channel. Check out all the stuff that he's playing. Go see him live. And also thanks to one Anitra Dance, who has a bunch of live videos. It's really, really cool. Thanks for recording this and putting it up on YouTube and allowing me to share it. So thanks for watching this, guys, and hope you learned something. See you guys in the next one.